So we made a quick stop back to pick up some boots because we can't go anywhere without our hiking boots. For some reason we can't seem to leave in the morning and remember everything we're supposed to get. Anyways, off on a quick trip up to Riding Mountain. This is my first trip of 2016 for a nice little hike. About 40 kilometers on the Tilson Loop over the whole entire weekend. So, all things said, should be a fun weekend. Weather's supposed to be good. Highs in the 20s, lows in the 7 to 8 degrees Celsius range. So it should be quite comfortable. Got 5 of us on this trip. All of us will be hiking the West Coast Trail a little bit later, and everything should be quite good. Have fun. We'll talk to you later.
Today we're going to head down the Tilson Lake Trail in Riding Mountain National Park. We're starting off here at the Western Trailhead. Tonight we're going to get to Tilson Lake campsite. Tomorrow night we're going to head over to the Birdtail. And then the last day we're going to make our way out right to the end. I don't think the map is entirely accurate, at least I certainly hope it's not, because otherwise that means we've got a 20-kilometer day on the last day. But we'll have a pretty good idea when we take a look at where we're at. But 38.6 total kilometer. I think these are the more accurate measurements. 8.3 into the Tilson Lake campsite. Tomorrow we're going to head to the Birdtail. And here we go. We got the cars done. We're on our way. It's going to be good. First hike of the year. See how we feel. So far the feet feel good and we've gone, what, 30 feet. Good sign. What amazing views. We've climbed up pretty high here. A couple of good steep sections. Good hike for the first time of the year. It's one of those times where you can hear your heart pounding in your ears. Yeah, at least you're alive, right? That's good. Yeah. I want to make sure we get to camp before dark, so I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. It's good to be out. It's always good to get out. Look at all the smoke. Oh, this is pretty up here. Trees are coming into bloom. Some of the shrubs are starting to get it. See some browse on here from elk or moose through here. Riding Mountain has a high density of moose and elk and black bear in Manitoba. So, good protected park. Not supposed to hunt here. Here's some geese off in the distance. We've done about 2 kilometers in here so far. Another 6 to go. Just stop for a little bit of water here, and then we'll be on our way. One thing we remembered is early spring. We're just into May here. Once you get into the warm weather, you really got to watch out for ticks, especially with all the prevalence of Lyme disease out there now. And we got our first little guy here, and he's running, and he's going to lose the race. Boom. Not a fan of ticks. Too much like a spider. If you're up on your scat, and you know what you're looking for, or you got your scat book near you, I'm pretty sure this is elk. Also very similar to kind of like, you often hear people calling milk duds and stuff like that, but I would totally imagine you could probably pull someone that'd be a milk chocolate milk dud. That would be a real rude joke. You wouldn't probably be my friend any longer. Whew. But proves they're here. And I'll wash my hands. About 6.5 kilometers in here. We just, the way the trail comes is you come alongside a big long swamp. It's kind of wet there. Then you take a veer to the east and you head up. As you can see, we're kind of slowly heading uphill. In about a kilometer from now, we'll see Tilson Lake. But there's a couple of really big birds. You won't be able to probably see it, but up in that tree there, there's one bird up there. And there's a big bird over in a poplar up here, hiding behind the evergreens. So I'll pull out the camera and we'll take a look and see if we can spot him. Move along here. Seen lots of sign of elk, beaver. Saw a neat beaver channel. Let's see where we find this bird. Poplar behind an evergreen. I'm not seeing him. Well, it's pretty neat in here anyways. We're hoping to catch up with the two ladies that are up ahead of us. They're about an hour and a bit ahead of us. They had the day off. So they were able to get an early start. I had to work. Oh, raven. There's our bird. Probably a raven. And that, so. There he is. A big swamp. Lots of standing deadwood. Some spruce out there too. Good for winter camping. Probably be a little hard to haul a sled in here, I think. Might have to talk to Chris and give it a try. Alright. Well, time to keep moving, I think. Oh. Well, here we are. Tilson Lake. Tilson Lake. At least we can see it. There we go. Not sure which way. I see a little sign up here. Oh wow. That beaver's been busy. Look at that, eh? Holy smokes. Chewed it right off. I think he tried dragging it down that way and gave up. Chewed all the bark off. He was working on that one. Holy crow. Oh, the beavers have been busy. They had trail closed actually after we booked our permit to come here. They closed the actual trail because of a beaver dam. So let's see what we got here for a trail. Okay, so this is Tilson Lake Trail. We've done 8 to here. Birdtail campsite. We're heading tomorrow. I guess we go that way. Central Trail Junction. Central Trail is really a walk in the park. There's no other way to say it. So I guess we got to head off that way, and that was probably the beaver dam they were talking about. We have to cross on, so we'll find that out tomorrow. We got 300 meters to our campsite here, Tilson Lake. Pitter patter. Let's get at her. So we're at Tilson Lake right now, and we came in last night. It's the morning of our second day, so it's Saturday morning, early May 2016. So as you know you're coming into Tilson Lake, you'll cross the beaver dam just over there, which we'll be crossing later. But you can see the bear boxes as you come up, and here's the campsite sign. So we'll take you around and show you a little bit what the campsite's like. Start off, head over down here where the water is. There's about, I'd say there's 4 fire pits out here, so gives you a good little area that you can see where things are. So there's a little spot down here, so you could, a little uneven for tents, but you could set up down here. You've got fire pit. Beautiful view over the lake out there. Last night we could hear the loons, we could hear the beaver constantly going kaplunk, kaplunk, kaplunk. Lots of bird calls out here. Even heard an owl. One of our trip companions here is a birder, so we were able to isolate the call on an app, which worked out really well. We'll catch up with you in a few minutes, sir.
Oh yeah, you'll catch me for sure.
You might want to check your tent poles on your side here. Hang on. Never want to lose your tent pole. So we got another fire pit over here. When we were coming in and we filled out a permit with the park office, they said there was no wood. The wood shelter had done, and actually there's a trail log in the bin there, which was kind of neat. So they had noted people in last year were April 26th. They said there was no wood. The ranger, I think it's Roger Baird at the Deep Lake Warden Station. Thanks a lot, man. bringing in a little bit of wood on the quad. It was really nice to have a very nice little fire. As you saw yesterday, we saw all the smoke and we thought maybe they were from Fort McMurray and the fires going on out there. But actually, Wasagaming has a fire which is not too far outside the park. Apparently there's some burning out there because of the dry conditions in our province. And that's where a lot of the smoke is coming from. So, some odd little bit of collected wood here. They've got a couple of buckets in here for dousing your fire. Actually inside the woodshed. A little water bucket, little bucket with some tinder in there for you. Nice antlers, eh? And that is another antler up in there. You see sheds all the time in the wood bins in Riding Mountain. Some nice elk ones if you check out the September video there. Our main fire pit was over here. And if you're looking for the privy, most of the sites here have a privy. And we're right off over in here. Standard privy. It's a seat. You don't have to do a squat. So it makes it a little more comfortable. And so, pretty decent sized campsite. You can fit a few people out here. I think they say their limit's about 6. That's the Tilson Lake site. We got 6 kilometers to go till we join with the Central Trail. Right out of here we got a nice beaver dam we got to cross. Other than that, it's a nice morning. It was cold last night. Didn't sleep too well. That La Fuma sleeping bag of mine, I think it's got to go. It's good for 30 degree when it's 20 degrees Celsius at night when you're camping in the summer in the heat, but when it gets down to 3 or 4, it's too cold. Had to put on the puffy coat last night. Alright, time to pitter patter and get at her. I'll talk to you later. Let's check out the work of these little industrious rodents here. You see the path running right up here. It's one of the beaver trails that they've been using. Come in and out of the water here as they build the dam, which is how we have to cross because the trail actually comes down and up over there. But there's a big beaver dam just around the corner up there, and it's been cut or broke. And so it flooded it out and they've built this dam. But yeah, they've just really taken a lot of these trees and look at them all here, used to build their dam. And that. We're off to cross. Industrious little rodents. Pretty cool. Anyways, I'm gonna put the camera away so I don't end up in the water. Whew. About 2 kilometers out of camp right now. You can see how the trail comes down through the forest glens. Aspen and birch forest, nice and open. Of course, the understory isn't grown in yet because it's still early season. But oh, it's a pleasant walk in the morning. Got a really good breeze coming off the lake, and we'll just turn this here, and you won't be able to hear anything for the wind. But there's a lot of these little muddy sections you come along through here where a creek's flowing through, and obviously, you know, there's been the odd beaver and whatnot. You can definitely see something webbed right here. It's been working away on, you know, little paths, little feet heading into there, little webbed feet. Not quite sure. 3 toes. Have to consult the book to see whether we're looking at a beaver or something else. I don't think it's a raccoon. Raccoons have defined fingers, as far as I know. And I don't think they're webbed. So, I'm going with beaver till I check the book. And we'll find out if I'm right. Good hiking along. May. It's been pretty good for a while. We had 34 degrees earlier this week, and what do we find here? Still some snow. The water coming out of here is really clear. I don't think we need any yet, but we'll stop for water. Apparently the water's not too good at the site, so we're gonna stop and fill up from a creek before we get there. But that's something else. Snow. The old herder's cabin. And I think there's an old remnants of a barn back there too. See See a quad from the park down there. And we're back onto the Tilson Lake Trail. 5.8 kilometers to the camp. And this is a prescribed burn. Apparently, park burns it to manage the prairie. I think is what you said, right? There we go. I don't know if I caught that, and I'm not walking back to get it. But lots of ticks out here today. Just picked about 4 of them off of me, and we actually saw one on a branch. A little twig sticking up in the center of the path, and he was just hanging on the back of it. So yeah, they're out. They're here. They're everywhere. If I catch one again, I'll try to get a good photo of it. One of the words for us on the Tilson Lake Trail is water at the Birdtail campsite is not apparently very taste-worthy. So the suggestion was to fill up from some creeks in the area. So we just crossed this little creek here. It's running pretty clear. It's got some rocky bottom to it, so it's kind of nice. So we're able to pick it up out of here. And what did we see while we're sitting here filtering our water? Look at that. Moose skull. Hey, with those horns hanging off the side of it there. But that's what it is, eh? Look at that. I don't want to disturb the water where we're still getting water out of here, but can you see the teeth down in there? Try to get out of the way here. Yeah. Pretty cool. Kind of neat. Things you find when you keep your eyes open. Never would have saw it if we wouldn't have stopped. But, Dead Moose Creek. I like it. Dead Moose Creek. There we go. So we've come out of the plains there. We're still following the main trail that shows up on the map, heading towards Birdtail from the Central Junction, just past what we named Dead Moose Creek there. Since we started the trail, we have gone today somewhere about, I looked just a few minutes ago, I think it was about 12.8, 12.9, somewhere between 12 and 13 kilometers. I think it's about 1:30, remember correctly, about 1:30 in the afternoon. We'll probably be done at the Birdtail by 2, left at 9:30 today. But wow, is this pretty in here. I really, really like when you walk through like this. You know, like as you can see, the trail is really, really wide. Very easy going trail. Lots of elk prints in it. We're seeing a lot of elk and a lot of moose. Helicopter flying overhead because they are still doing some prescribed burns off the Central Trail. But look at this. Isn't this nice? The big trees and the pine. Yep. Getting out does a body good. Well, it looks like we got another meadow coming up. As you can see, quite frequently see little meadows. So, really nice trail. Quite enjoying this walk. Not as hard as it's made out to be in some cases, but it's enjoyable.
It's so pretty.
So we're real close to Tilson Lake turnoff. So I think it's right there. Lake's in there. Man, this is pretty, eh? Just came out of these trees here. Really, really nice. Beautiful scenery. Quite enjoyable. So, this is, I think we're about 15.5 that we've done today. And, really, really nice. Very much like this. Walk through some prairie, then through some trees, get a few vistas, sometimes through some forest. So it's pretty varied. Trail's been pretty easy, but like it is the first time this year, so 15.5 clicks. But we feel it. So, wherever we set up our tent here, there's a lot of ticks around right now. See them right there, crawling away. There's a few more hiding up along the ridge. Over here, up along up there, you can see them hanging around. They're crawling on the outside. As long as they stay on the outside, I'm alright. So, I had my stuff just sitting around here. You can see 1, 2, 3 more coming up. This is the little bag of them that I've picked off. The amount of them that's in here. Tons, absolutely tons of ticks out here. Not getting so much on us, we're just picking them off our clothes and stuff. They haven't, I think none of us have had any of the bit for any length of time. But, sat back in the hammock, it's all good. This is a Birdtail campsite, it's not too bad. A little open, a little windy. It'll work.
It's so pretty. Yes.
So good morning from Birdtail campsite on the Tilson Lake Trail. So this site, as you come in, I don't remember what I took yesterday, so let's do a real quick little shot. But yeah, as you come into the site, you come in off the main trail. It's just kind of by where the far trees are there. So as you come into Birdtail, as you can see, we got Birdtail. You get bear box right at the start here. We've got some horse corrals, kind of right up over there. Turn little privies tucked in under the trees over there. Got the sun coming in behind me. Still got the puffy coat on because we're just getting ready to go. It's about 8:30 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. We'll be out of here. Got to be back in the city by 8 today, so we've gotta move fairly good. But so you can see as you come up the hill, this is the Birdtail Lake. So really vocal frogs, and there's a couple of beaver out here. The water is kind of swampy. We don't notice the taste. The rangers suggested we get some creeks earlier coming in, but we did get some from Dead Moose Creek, but it's not too bad. It's just there's a lot of particulate in the water. Woodshed. There's 3 fireplaces. One there. There's one over the picnic table. One far up on the corner up there. But campsite's pretty lumpy. Par for the course. Ticky. Tickety-Boo. It is Tickety-Boo, absolutely. We probably picked off, I had a baggie of ticks that I picked off and tossed in the fire last night. We've lost count how many ticks. There's so many ticks here that I think all the gear is going to go straight into the garage and just sit in there and de-tickify. So as you walk up here to this part, this is kind of nice. It's one of the gals slept up here. It's a nice high spot. You're going to get a good breeze coming in off the swamp. I have a feeling it'd be really buggy here in summer, like when mosquitoes are right out real bad. So the way to get to water is you come up to the top of the hill and you turn. You head down the creek and you just get it right off the shore of the lake there. 50 feet from the beaver dam. So definitely a place you want to filter your water. But, so this is Birdtail. A little marshy around here. Lots of activity, lots of geese, lots of birds, lots of frogs. Fell asleep to the frogs, woke up in the middle of the night to the frogs. Still got up about 3 o'clock in the morning because it was pretty cold. But other than that, last day, only got 1 bar of battery left on this thing, and that's my last battery. So we'll see what we get. If we don't get anything else, it was a Tickety-Boo trip because, well, for once, I don't have 4 or 5 of them on me. There are lots of ticks. Pretty strong wind came along here and must have taken those trees right down. You can see how the line goes. About 2.5 kilometers just come through the prairie south of the Birdtail campsite. There's a nice little area here. There's still snow here, and you know, start of May a little bit in the thing, in the brush there. It's a real nice little creek here. I'm not sure what it would be like in the summer, but if the water was pretty icky at Birdtail, you know, 2.5 kilometers south, it's not a bad place to, if you're headed from coming the loop, doing it counterclockwise, good place to fill up and top up some of your water. Or, you know, there's 2 kilometers before. But, well, I'm to hop over it and carry on. Right past that little stream, when you're going clockwise on the loop, you come through a forest. It's about 3 kilometers outside of Birdtail. Or if you're coming from the loop, I guess it'd be about just over 1 kilometer and a bit from the turnoff, or they call it the pickup point. It's the other access to the trail. You enter a wooded area. So terrain changes. So streams at the end of the wooded area, just before you hit the meadows there. Another nice creek right in the middle of the woods. We're about 1 kilometer away from the put-in, or the pickup point as they call it. Pretty quickly flowing, looks nice and clean and clear. And I think that's an antler down in there, right there. That's an antler, looks like one. Yep. Look at that, eh? Elk out here. Pretty amazing. Pretty big shed. It's kind of cool. There's one part on the trail as you come along on the back. You want to cut out into an alfalfa field and walk up to a lake and come back in, because there's 2 pools that you can't get around. So when you come across that, keep that in mind on this loop.
It's much better than the bushwhacking you did.
Bail off at this one, walk all the way down to the end of the lake and then come back in, and you won't have to push your way through thickets of willows.